Hello YouTube, Madman Mortes here with the first of many Let's Plays. Today I will be starting this Let's Play off with the game called Elona. It is a Japanese roguelike RPG, and, well, if you know what a roguelike is, you notice it's going to be difficult as hell. Let us start by creating a player then. There's quite a few different races that we can choose from, ranging from typical humans to fairies, dwarves, more humans, elves. We can get a snail. I'm not gonna be a snail. I'm gonna start with these guys because you can start with the skill firearms. Sorry if I'm not that proficient with my words. This is my first Let's Play, mind you. So, if I make a mistake here and there, it's my fault. We'll choose male, and pianist. Let's check out the other race classes first. Get the warrior. Good number of skills. Start with heavy and medium armor, which is always good if you're going into those. I tend to stay just with medium armor, as a matter of fact. But I might go into heavy, or might stay with light, depending on what I find. I could find like an adamantite cloak that weighs half a pound if I'm really lucky. Now, wouldn't that just be it? Yeah, well, I think pianist always is the best choice for me, at least right now, because you start with a very good weightlifting skill. And if you're wondering why I'd want to go to the gym and start just have a skill for lifting up weights, well, it's not like that. This skill allows me to carry more stuff, as it says right here. Allows you to carry more stuff. And you start with a very proficient skill at it. So, instead of being able to carry only like 40 stones of material, I can carry like 90, which is a great increase. You also start with the performer skill, which can eventually be a very good way of making good money and items. Alright, now here we're going to... I don't like really any of these stats. I'm going to roll for our stats. I really enjoy how we can just roll as many times as we want. I tend to just roll a couple times at the beginning, just to see what the maximum I can get on certain skills are. Seems like that's the best I can get for learning, and that's good for literacy and stuff. So if I want to go into earning spells and such, this will be it. Now I can lock 2 skills at a time during all these rolls. I want charisma to be as high as I can get it. 15, that's good. Now I'm just going to roll a couple times and see what the best I can get on everything else. I want to have at least a decent number on the rest of them. I don't want to have a 4 on a certain skill. Now that is very good. I will go with that. Good strength and somewhat decent constitution. I'm probably not going to be using will or magic anytime in the near future, but later on I may. Perception and dexterity, those are fairly decent for a performer. Oh, I don't want to re-roll again. No, I want to screw up my rolls. Alright, we'll proceed. Now this is something that always makes me think about what I want. I get 3 feats, and I never know exactly what I want each time. I can pay less taxes, but in the end game, I find that's really not too needed. You end up making money too easily. So maybe we'll go with something else. We can get more money and stuff, items from our salary, but as again, money and items are pretty easy to come by if you know what you're doing. So let's just look around these stats for just a couple moments. Fire Breath could be nice, but it always ends up destroying the good items that I'm trying to get. Yeah. Ether Railgun. Boof. Lost in a puff of flame. Actually, I think ether items are fireproof, but you might understand my point. Just like a pile of gold just gone. Lucky. I never get too lucky even with that, so I'm just gonna leave it. Though more health could be nice. I think I'll go with Poison Nail. That's a very... The chance of it hitting is very high, if not almost perfect. And it actually does cause poison to a majority of enemies, which is a nice ability. So I will get that. Now, Sexy, that's kind of a funny one. I'm going to get that because it increases my charisma, which means I will eventually and more quickly have more allies to follow me. So it's kind of funny that in this game, allies are called pets. Some roguelike players will understand that term. I'm assuming, anyway. A negotiator. Huh. Yes, you can buy stuff cheaper, which is always nice. So I'll go with that. Now let's find a title. I'm going to pause the video here for a moment while I choose a correct title. Okay. We have chosen our name. Sorry about that for a moment. I get my words all stuck. As a person like me, that happens a lot if I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. Or if I'm just saying my words too fast. So let's choose a nice portrait to go with our character. Yeah, we'll change it around. We are not going to have no long hair. Or dark brown. Yeah, this is a nice dark brown. Okay. Let's find some good outfits to wear. If you're wondering why I have so many clothing options, it's because I got the extra graphics pack, which adds a lot to wear. I'm not sure what this is he's wearing. Looks like half a suit of armor and a tux. A lot of girl clothes. That's not going to fit our character all too well. It seems like the last outfit. It's kind of nice. I guess I could go with that. I guess there's no reason to change your pants now. Let's find a good color for the outfit. Okay, we'll just stick with the original. The rest just looks kind of silly. Goggles. I want the eye patch. Yes. Haha, nice. Let's change the eyes a bit just so it fits into the eye patch. There we go. Kind of weird having an eye patch with half the eye still showing. Makes you wonder why he even has an eye patch on. Because you can clearly see he has a working eye right there. Oh yes, and here's the title I chose. Boss of Gun. Haha. Yes. Alright. 2d5 melee attack. 3d3 plus 2 range. Alright, I'm finding this pretty good. I'm going to stick with that. And... oh. Okay, I feel really stupid right now. I clicked the wrong button. Well, I'm going to re-roll for my melee and ranged attacks again. 42. 2d5, 3d3. Alright, yeah, this is good. I clicked enter instead of shift that first time. Sometimes the controls can be a little confusing. Alright, now for our name, Mortes. Now I hit enter. Ages ago, in the times when the scars of Reim Edo still marred the land of Erva, the 11th era Asir Ter began. In those days, the land of Erva was still plagued by destruction and war, and though prophesied as beginning of peace, Asir Ter brought chaos as well as hope. It rained for over a month. When the torrents finally subsided, the forests surrounding the regions of Karun slowly transformed into an inhospitable blight. Strange fogs oozed forth from the forest, and the creatures grew violent and mad. The lean forest grew with frightening speed, and though it originated in Vindale, it rapidly began to consume the whole of Karun. As the forest devoured the land, it drove countless refugees into the western reaches of the continent. But then, not so long ago, Seymour, Prince of the Western Empire of Zanan, issued a proclamation blaming the destruction of the world and the end of Reim Edo on the forests. His orders demanded the annihilation of the Ellas and subsequently the obliteration of the Vindale forest. In short order, the violence grew. Suspicion and mistrust infected the hearts of the people. Many of the Ellas, fearing persecution, fled deep into the Vindale. Now the conflict grows worse with each passing day, and a final confrontation becomes more and more inevitable. The night almost passed. You have stowed away aboard the Queen Sedona, one of the last ships to leave for North Tyrus. It is her maiden voyage, and she is bound for Port Capul. Suddenly, you are awakened by the sound of sky-shattering thunder. Heavy winds pitch the seas into disarray, and the ship wails in agony as increasingly violent waves slam into her bow. A gust of fierce, dry wind buffets the ship. A faint blue light creeps across the night skies, and wisp-like tendrils of shimmering air begin to sweep over the oceans. An old sailor mutters a faint curse under his breath. The ether wind descends upon us. The ship roars in misery as the very planks holding her together are eaten away by the ether's light. Then, without so much as a moment's warning, the whole and all the ship's passengers are swept into the ocean. You feel a surge of wild emotion in your heart as you are pulled beneath the waves by powerful tides. The last thing you remember as the Queen Sedona is swallowed into the depths of the sea is the mysterious dancing light of the ether winds drifting away from you as you sink into the depth. Well, did we die? No. No, it seems we're awake. Okay, looks like this guy has nursed us back to health. I was badly wounded, passed out on the bank of a river. Fortunate enough that he found me in the dark mantle of night. Goddess of luck herself must have had eyes upon me. Alright. Well, get saved by some elves. Some elves trying to talk to the king. Well, I think I will play through this tutorial. I already know how to go through it. Probably won't do everything that they want me to do, but I will get a few items out of it, which is always nice. Alright. Just giving me random things. And he wants me... And I am hungry, so I will eat this thing he just dropped on the... He just dropped a corpse of a beggar onto the ground for me to eat. It's the only thing on the ground. That must be what he wants me to eat. Okay then. And it made me insane. Thanks, elf dude. I ate it. Oh. Okay, you didn't even expect me to actually eat that? Jerk. Okay, once I stop being insane, I will dig that hole in the wall, like you asked. What? I'm just going to sit here and rest for a moment. There. Not sure why you're telling me to dig a hole in the wall of my own house, but whatever. Ooh. Gold bar. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Looks like I found something. Neat. Alright, let's identify the item with this scroll of identify through on the ground. Cursed, worthless, fake gold bar. How wonderful. Already. Right. Looks like he put that there. Jerk. Putting cursed items in the walls of my house. Okay, apparently he cursed the scroll that's on the ground. Not... stupid. He cursed the bow he just put on the ground. That's what he said. Why would he curse a bow? I do not know. But at least now I could wear it. God. I already have a bow and arrow. Why did I waste that scroll? Yeah, I don't care anymore. Alright, I cursed it. Now I have to fight. Let's punch these putty slimes in the face. I'm gonna shoot you with the bow. Ooh, potion of minor wound. Looks like that guy gave it to me. I didn't even notice. Ha! Good for something. Besides, you know, saving my life. Whatever. Okay. This guy gave me a lockpick and a chest to open. Wait, that chest weighs 300 stones. I better put that back down or else it's gonna crush me. Yes, you can die from being overweight and killed by your own inventory. Let's try opening this. And I apparently do not have a lock-picking skill high enough to even open that chest. Do they have a lock-picking skill at all? No, I do not. Well, that kind of puts that at a moot point. Can't get rid of the chest and I can't pick the lock. Oh, now he's telling me I couldn't pick the lock. Thanks. Well, now I'm going to tell him to get out of my house so I get some free stuff. Also, don't really care to have silly elves dropping heavy-ass chests in my house. And just walking around like they own the place. I'm going to pick up this stuff real fast. Because I'm going to quickly redesign my house. Be right back. Alright, and now I have designed my house. I think it has a nice look to it. Definitely better than a cave, to say the least. I have set up separate rooms for separate purposes. This right here will be the pantry. Got the freezer, bookshelf for all the cookbooks, got a pot, and right up there, where's my mouse? Right here, that's a little spice rack. Got some pots for cooking and holding ingredients, some bottles for drinks, and some dishes, you know, we need some dishes to eat off of, don't we? This right here will be the servants' quarters for my maids and stuff, once I actually can afford it. This is where I will practice my piano recitals, perform, and just get cash from everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm sleepy now. This will eventually be the master bedroom. Oh yeah, nice big room. Here will be the room where I collect and store basically anything that has a value for my house. Because the more of a house value the higher your house's value is, the more you get paid every month. So that is always nice to have. This will be probably the room where I store magic stuff. I like keeping that in its own separate room. Books, wands, potions, the works. And here is where I will store special figurines and cards when I get them from monsters. Eventually that room will be useless once I get a museum, but at the moment I'll keep it. And this is where I'd keep everything that I can actually use. Maybe a grill, like special skill books, gym cutting stations, stuff like that, for actual later on skills. The house may look a bit empty right now, but trust me, it will have more and more stuff in it later on. But I think this episode has gone on for a good enough time. Madman Mortes, signing off.